Hey guys, welcome to Game Bet. Today we're doing a video, and today we're going to be covering the NOIR Blueprint for the AK-103, converting it into an AK-104, and this is part of the Plum Joy bundle. So came in shop today. Get a really nice AK out of this. As you can see on screen, the bundle is called Plum Joy. For the love of plums is the tagline here. Now this is only 500 COD points, so this is actually really cheap. You get a pretty cool blueprint here that makes some pretty interesting, minor but cool cosmetic changes. So first up, obviously the main selling point here is you get the NOIR Blueprint for the Cast-Off 7.62, which is the AK-103, which converts this to the 104. And then you do get some pretty cool calling cards and things like that here with the bundle here. You get the take the shot loading screen, and then you get some emblems here at the end for the plum colored things like that. But again, the main thing here is you get this really neat plum colored AK with some camos and some minor cosmetic changes or some of the attachments, as well as this cool polymer wood style grip. So let's go ahead and back out, take a look at this thing, and we'll take a look at the blueprint, build it up, and compare it to the base, jump at the firing range, and see how it handles in game against bots. So here's the final design. Right here you can see, go ahead and just rotate this. So it looks really nice. Backing out here, you have the Cast-Off 7.62, the NOIR Blueprint here. So we'll go ahead and select that. Going to the gunsmith, I will strip down the attachments, and we'll just... Actually, we don't really need to strip down the attachments, I don't think, for this one. So we'll go ahead and just reselect it, and we'll just go through what they are. So we'll go with the NOIR gunsmith. Now, the one thing here is this is the Cast-Off 7.62 is the AK-103 at base, as we discussed. Now, I'll link the video for the all AK videos, all the conversions for the AK platform here down below in the description for this video. You guys can check that out in case you missed that the other day. It's around a 30-minute video, but it goes through every single conversion for the AK assault rifle platform. So we have 3 different weapons there mainly, and we'll do some conversions even from the RPK to the AKMs, things like that. So go ahead and check that out. We have the AK 104 here. So really quick, let me just reselect, because sometimes it doesn't. So there we go. This is you can see the barrel difference there. So when we reduce this to the 16.3 inch base barrel of the 103, and then we're going to go ahead and go down to the 342 millimeter socket XL. So we'll go ahead, NOIR Blueprint, and this is the blueprint here. You see the Midwest Industry style key mod handguard, which we went over all this in depth the other day. The pros for this, you can see aim down sight speed, movement speed, hip recoil control. The cons are the damage at range, bullet velocity, hip fire accuracy, and the recoil control. And then we'll go ahead, skip the laser. It comes with the SZ Soro 7, so this is going to just give you precision 1.5 times sight picture here, I believe. The con being the aim down sight speed. And then for the buttstock, we're going with that Zenico PT1 buttstock, or the Makarave R7 stock here. This is going to give us the crouch movement speed, sprint speed, aim down sight speed, the cons being the recoil control. And then for the grip here, we're going to go with the TrueTac grip. And for the blueprint option here, it's going to give us this nice polymer wooden style grip here. It still obviously looks polymer, but it's more of a wooden copy grip here. So we have a sprint to fire speed for the pro, as well as aim down sight speed. The cons are the recoil control. So probably not the best grip for this build. This is definitely an up close and personal build. And then you can see the grip here is going to be the Op X9 foregrip. So that's going to give us the aim, the hip fire accuracy, aim walking steadiness, recoil steadiness, hip recoil control, with the cons being the aim walking speed and the aim down sight speed. Now really quick, we'll see if this cooperates. No, it's not. So what I'll do is I'll build up another version of this, and we'll take a look at the differences. But some main things with this you'll see it better when I do the other, build it up from the other weapon. But we have a plum colored AK, so it's hard to notice, but mainly the handguard, the magazine, the buttstock, and I believe it's the dust cover and the barrel and the muzzle are all plum colored instead of black. It's hard to notice, but they are. It's still a darker plum color. So that's a plum color AK. You see the plum colored magazine there. It looks very similar to kind of like the AK-74 type magazines almost. It's just the same magazine that we see in the 103, but a little bit lighter with that plum color, so it looks more like a Bakelite magazine, or a little bit different, but still really nice looking magazine. I love the way this looks. There's definitely some changes to the front grip there too, which we'll get into. and the optic as well still retains a little bit of that plum color. So this is the AK-104 blueprint of the Noir. Looks really nice. Let's build this thing up really quick, and then I'll show you the camos. But if we build it from the scratch AK-103, go ahead and select the base AK-103. So here, you guys will see the differences now. For the buttstock option, we're going to go, you see the base MacRave stock, and then we go down to Noir. You can see the plum color there. You can see the difference versus that. And down to here, it has that slight plum color to it, as well as sock and arms on there. Now for the rear grip, you can see here the true tack grip. This is what it looks like at base. And then when we select the Noir, it turns it into that wooden style. So that looks really cool. The magazine, we can't play with that here, but I'll show you guys the differences when we're done. Underbarrel attachment. So this is actually a pretty cool look that they did with this blueprint. So here's the Op X9 foregrip. Now the difference here between the base and the blueprint. So it just has some minor differences there with the grip and how it looks. It has FSS on the bottom there, but I personally like the Noir blueprint for this. It looks really clean. You can see just the stipple grip in there is a little bit better and more defined. So that looks cool. Muzzle is base, and then for the sock and barrel here, we'll go ahead. You can see the Noir, and there's the base and the plum colored Noir. So those are the differences there. And then for the optic, we'll go with that Soro 7. Again, base, Noir, base, Noir. So it's slightly plum colored, not too easy to notice. But really quick, we'll go ahead and back out, and we'll just take a look at both of these kind of side by side while we can. So there is the Noir blueprint itself. There's the base with the same attachments for the blueprint. So you can see the difference. This is obviously black with a lot of the attachments. And then you can see the plum color here as well. So this one I actually think we put the plum colors on this. So if we really quickly just go for the base for everything. There we go. So we'll go like that. Go with the base here, and then I'll just reselect this, go with the base, and kind of compare them side by side that way. That way you can see. So there's the base 103 to the 104 conversion with these attachments versus the Noir. So not a huge difference, but it's enough of a difference if you're noticing it. You can obviously see the plum color to even the whole receiver and everything has those changes. So go ahead now, and I'm just going to reselect this so it retains the same tuning. So we can see here it's balanced, pro-tuned, aim down sight speed, precision sight picture, and aim idle stability. Now the cool thing here is with the camouflages, they do not cover the magazine. So you can see it's covering the grip, not the magazine or the pistol grip or the front grip, and it doesn't cover the magazine either. So it actually looks really cool here when we take a look at it on this Noir blueprint. You can see just that base camo, the urban foliage that comes with it. Some of these other ones do cover the grip of the magazine, but some of the majority of them do not, or at least it covers them differently. So you can see just scrolling through some of these how it looks. Right there, that looks really clean. So really nice looking camos on this, how it comes, especially the woodlands look really clean on there, especially that one. Looks great, and there's some of these ones that I still have locked. Like this looks awesome on this particular blueprint. So really cool looking. Go ahead now, and we will jump into the gunsmith with this and take a look at how it handles before we jump into the game. So jumping in here, this is our AK-104 Noir blueprint. You can see the plum color there for sure. It's definitely noticeable, even with the lighting, kind of poor lighting here in the firing range. So you can see that plum color, the differences to the magazine, the entire receiver, everything looks really clean. Let's go ahead now and just see how it handles here. See that sight picture looks really clean. You can probably even tune this a little bit better yourself. But again, this is actually pretty accurate. It's not that hard to control shots outside of 20 to 30 meters. But that farther 55 meter target is a little bit more difficult to hit, and you'll see that in the gameplay as well. Especially with this barrel, it's reducing the damage at range. So you can definitely, that took a whole 30 round mag. You can definitely kit this thing up a little bit. Let's stick with the recoil here. Not controlling it. Just let this thing rip. It's going to go up and to the right pretty drastically. Especially you can see there it's going to skip up and then kind of more concentrate those rounds. Let's try and control it here. Definitely overcompensated there a little bit. Let's try it again here. So there we go. Pretty much all center mass shots. Not too hard to control. Just it's gonna get away from you a little bit at these longer targets, depending, until you get used to it. You just gotta really pull down and to the left a little bit. But that is the AK-104 NOIR Blueprint. Let's take a look at that mag dump. That quick reload looks beautiful. That AK underhand hit the charging handle. Looks really good. Now, jumping to the gameplay here, you'll see me running this. Just trying to run it up close and personal as close as I can. I have my fast draw pistol here as well. This weapon looks great. I really like this blueprint, and for 500 COD points, I think it's kind of a steal, honestly, especially some of these bundles we've seen in stores, in the store where it's maybe 2,400 COD points or so, and you're getting a lot of operator skins, weapons, charms, things like that, and you're getting COD points back that are more than the bundle. So really, you essentially, by purchasing one bundle, you're getting back your COD points, and almost technically this thing could be free if you save up your COD points and do it correctly. Even if you didn't buy the battle pass, I think maybe some of the free tiers would have done it. So you can definitely get this thing pretty easily for 500 COD points. I love this AK build. I want to see more AKs. They definitely kind of teasing us here. I know the end of Season 1, we just got announced that Season 2 was delayed another month. So kind of curious what kind of drip-fed content we're going to get. We're seeing the beginning maybe one bundle every few days to once a week. But this is a good AK. I like seeing modernized AKs, especially plum-colored AK like this. Looks really neat. I want to see more modernized AKs with like an RP1 charging handle on it. Would look really good as well. I was kind of hoping it was going to be included with this bundle, but it wasn't. Maybe even more of a Texas weapon system type Picatinny rail dust cover on it would have been cool, but maybe we'll get a lot of those down the road, hopefully. But overall, I'd say this is a great blueprint. Definitely worth the 500 COD points. Like I said, for even some of those free tiers, you should all hopefully have 500 COD points unless you've used them. But this is a really good build. I really like it. I like the way it performs. And again, you can definitely kit this thing out differently based on your needs, and probably tune it a little bit differently as well. But overall, it just looks awesome. Super tactical looking. Maybe not the best for anything outside of very close quarters, because that's really what it's built for. But it's a really neat 104 build. I really like it. You got that PT1 Zenico buttstock, and you got the Midwest Industries Keymod handguard, very similar to the Spetsnaz barrel that we saw in the Spetsnaz Elite handguard barrel that we saw in Modern Warfare 2019. Very closely resembling that handguard from Midwest Industries. So, really good blueprint overall. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'm just going to leave you guys with the rest of the gameplay here, just so you can see how it handles, especially this cool fast draw pistols. I love using these in the gameplay. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you're enjoying the content, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Helps out those smaller channels like myself doing this interesting type content here in the Call of Duty community. Also have all my social media links down below: Twitter, Instagram, probably the best place to get a hold of me, as well as the Discord link down below. You can always message me there. We have a really good community, approaching 500 members there, I believe, if we haven't already surpassed it. So good community there if you're looking for people to play with, advice, just share pictures of conversions yourself. Go ahead, that's the place for you. Especially, we have more channels in there just outside Call of Duty as well. So if you're into first-person shooters, things like that, that's probably the place for you. Go ahead and check that out. I also have the Twitch link down below. Been doing a little bit more live streams there, and we'll also always continue live streams here on the YouTube channel as well. I'll probably be doing one of those this weekend also. So let me know your thoughts down below. Till next time, this is Buffner Gaming with the Plumb Loving bundle for the NOIR AK-104. Till next time, Buffner Gaming, out.
Approaching from the rear.